I am going to discuss on behalf of an easy step to English grammar as usual. So, you must be online and participate in my class. Join in my class. Okay? And today's topic of discussion is phrasal verb. Last night I discussed the difference between prepositional verb and phrasal verb. Now, welcome to my channel, An Easy Step to English Grammar. I must not make my introduction lengthy because I am already late and I am going to discuss some most important and valuable phrasal verbs. The meaning of the phrasal verbs and at the same time their use in the sentence, which are frequently the phrasal verbs which are frequently used in our daily conversation, in writing, in communicative approach, everywhere. So phrasal verbs are really very important vocabularies. Now, let me share the first phrasal verb, that is set up. Set up. What is the meaning of set up? The meaning of set up is actually establish. Establish. I have started with S, that is set, set up. For example, my grandfather set up a primary school in our village, considering the education of the rural children. Considering the education of the rural children, my grandfather set up a primary school in our village. Set up. So you may take your diary or exercise book and write them down, because I have serially taken the phrasal verbs. Set up. Now, my second phrasal verb is, tomorrow I will discuss a translation passage from Bengali to English, but tonight I am discussing phrasal verbs. For example, set about. Please write down. Set about. So I have discussed set up. Now, hello. Sir, nice to have you back. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I am also happy to have you in my live streaming class. Okay? Set about. What is the meaning of set about? Will you please keep the phrasal verbs in your brain, that is the hard disk, or will you write them down? I have serially decorated them. Okay, set about. to begin some action. What is the meaning of set about? That means to begin some action. For example, the members of the club have begun, or the members of the club have set about planting trees on the bank of the river. On the bank of the river. So, in your WBCS examination, just remember that phrasal verbs will be used in a sentence in such a manner that the meanings will be exemplified. অর্থাৎ এই ফ্রেজাল ভার্বকে এমনভাবে ব্যবহার করতে হবে বাক্যের মধ্যে যেন সেটি এক্সাম্পলিফাইড হয়, অর্থাৎ বোঝা যায় পরিষ্কার যে এটা উদাহরণস্বরূপ বোঝানো হচ্ছে। ওকে, সো set about means to begin some action. The members of our club have set about planting saplings on the bank of the river. Okay, set about. Hello. Okay, just let us discuss, let us continue. We should not indulge in gossiping. Later I shall gossip. Okay, first let me finish my lesson. About phrasal verb. Now set in. So I have given you set up, set about, now set in. So what is the literal meaning of set in? Set in means to start and to continue. To start, Souvik. Okay. Souvik, you are welcome and participate in my live streaming class, and nice to have you in my class. To start and to continue. For example, this year the rainy season has set in early, or the rainy season has set in early this year. Early this year. Okay. The rainy season has set in early this year. Set in. That means the rainy season has started early. Sir, I am a ICSE student and now I am in college. Okay, I am very glad to have you. And do you read honors in English or any other subject? Please mention and I shall be glad. Okay. Now, set in, that means it has appeared early and it will continue. Set in. Now, let us come to the fourth example, set out. Set out. So, what is the meaning of set out? Perhaps you can remember that phrasal verb means verb plus adverbial particle, and they jointly express a single meaning. ওটি প্রিপোজিশন নয়, ওটি দেখতে প্রিপোজিশনের মতো হলেও ওটির ফাংশন অ্যাডভার্ব অ্যান্ড বিএসসি বিটেক সিএসসি ওকে ভেরি গুড বিটেক সিএসসি কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স অ্যান্ড ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং very good. And then you will specialize in AI and ML, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Which class are you teaching, sir? Actually, I am teaching for all classes, for CBSE, ICSE, ISC, Madhyamik, and all the competitive examinations like WBCS, miscellaneous, and the upcoming Gram Panchayat examination, ICDS examination. For all exams, phrasal verb is a common factor. Okay? So set out to begin a journey. What is? No, YouTube has a policy that I cannot divulge my native place, my name, my phone number, etc. It is the policy of YouTube, so I cannot divulge. Okay? Set out to begin a journey. Set out. For example, when the rain stopped, we set out for the Kanchenjunga. Okay. When the rain stopped, we set out for the Kanchenjunga. So, you see that set out has been completely exemplified in a sentence. Okay? So, what is the function of a phrasal verb in a sentence? It enhances your speaking ability, your writing capability, and at the same time, your communicative approach. Okay, or facing an interview. That is why phrasal verb is a must. Now set on. What is the meaning of set on? Set on means actually to attack suddenly. To attack suddenly. For example, as soon as I got down from the car, some dogs sat on me. Okay. As soon as I got down from the car, some street dogs sat upon me. Sat on me. That means to attack suddenly. Okay. Set on. It may be used in the broader sense. For example, in the meeting, when I made a remark, all the members sat on me. সমস্ত মেম্বাররা আমার উপরে লাফিয়ে পড়ল। Okay? Sat on. Now, what should I like? I like from you just the subscription from your end, your like and your comment, and they will cost nothing. I shall be encouraged and enthused to give you more grammatical items if this video goes to your benefit. Okay? Set on. Now, sixth example, set aside. It's a very good phrasal verb. Set aside. What is the meaning of set aside? Set aside means to keep money or time, anything else, to keep money or time for a special purpose, for a specific purpose. For example, my grandfather set aside some money. My grandfather set aside some money because he knew that our area would be flooded. In the rainy season, my grandfather set aside some money for future use because he knew that our area would be flooded in the rainy season. Or, in every family, parents set aside some money for the education of their children. Freedom fighters setting aside their personal gain devoted themselves to freedom movement. So, I am correcting your sentence, Bubai. Freedom fighters setting aside their personal gain. So, it is not an example of absolute praise. Here the subject is the same person, that is the freedom fighters. So you are trying to use participle, not absolute praise. When there is absolute praise, the subjects are quite different. So your sentence should be, my dear friend, setting aside their personal gain, freedom fighters devoted themselves to freedom movement. Okay? Your sentence should be, first start the sentence or begin the sentence with participle. So, why should you use participle? Because here freedom fighters is the single subject. There are no two different subjects. So you must use the sentence like this: setting aside their personal gain, comma, freedom fighters devoted themselves to freedom movement or sacrificed themselves for freedom movement. Yes, now you are correct because you have given two commas. Okay, my dear boy, you have given two commas after fighter and after personal gain. Yes, now it is right. Now you deserve full marks, otherwise not. Okay. Now, set back. It is the seventh example. What is the meaning of set back? It means to delay the progress of something. To delay the progress of something. Setback. Okay? For example, heavy rainfall has set back the match which was going on. Heavy rainfall has set back the match which was going on. Set back. Okay? For example, another example, his father's sad demise or his father's unexpected demise set back his educational progress. Setback. So, what is the meaning of setback? Setback means to delay the progress of something. Okay? Now, come to my 8th example. Fall in. Fall in. What is the meaning of fall in? Fall in means collapse. 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 Fall in. For example, as a result of incessant and torrential rainfall, our roof has collapsed suddenly. Our roof has collapsed suddenly. The economic inequality sets back the development of the society, raising a great concern. Yes, it is also correct. It is also correct. I have already told you that phrasal verbs should be used in such a manner that they must be exemplified. Okay? Now, as a result of incessant or torrential rainfall, the roof has suddenly collapsed, fallen. That is, the roof has suddenly fell in. Suddenly fell in. Fallen, and the past tense is fell in. Okay? Now my 9th example, fall in with. Fall in with. It has separate meaning. Here, fall in is phrasal verb and with is preposition. So what is the meaning of fall in with? Fall in with, for example, to fall in love. The boy has fallen in love with a teenage girl. With a teenage girl. Okay? Fall in with. Now my last example, that is the 10th example, which is fall off. What is the meaning of fall off? Detached. Detached. Okay. Separated. For example, he is now fell off. He has now fallen off from his society in which he lived. He has now fallen off from the society in which he lived. Detached. Now I have fallen off from my studies, etc. Detached. So I have given you 10 examples on phrasal verbs with set and fall. And I fervently hope, rather I am optimistic, that all these phrasal verbs, if you keep them in your mind, will help you in every sphere of life, including cracking a competitive examination. Thanking all of you. Good night. Last but not least, so do not subscribe my channel or like, comment and share.